The monster who came to school.
Andy got on the bus on the first day of school, he saw a monster. Andy was very surprised. He did not know that monsters were allowed to go to school. But there the monster was. It was making all kinds of noise and would not sit down. It climbed on the seats and put its head out of the window. It took up so much room that Andy had no place to sit. Wow, that monster sure is noisy. I bet it isn't even supposed to be here, Andy whispered to Vicky. But Andy's teacher was not at all surprised to see the monster enter the classroom. It pushed ahead of everyone, grabbed a box of toys, and dumped them on the floor. When Andy and other children sat at their places, the monster started to throw the toys. "Stop that!" said the teacher. "Even monsters are not allowed to throw toys." The monster dropped the toys and started screaming. It screamed so loudly that no one could hear the teacher. "Be quiet!" the teacher finally said. The monster stopped screaming. Then the teacher said, "It's time to play outside." Everyone stood up and walked to the door. Everyone except the monster. It ran out the door without waiting for directions. Outside, the monster continued to behave like a monster. It pushed some children and took toys from others. It climbed on the slide the wrong way and sat at the top so no one else could slide down. When the students returned to the classroom, the teacher tried to read them a story. But the monster shouted and laughed, and no one could hear. Then it pulled the toys off the shelf again. It would just not listen. At lunchtime, the monster grabbed other people's sandwiches. It dropped food in the floor on purpose and poured its milk on the table. Later, when it was time to paint, the monster ran around the room painting big black lines on other children's picture. When the children formed a circle and tried to sing, the monster jumped around and stepped on their toes. Ouch! It pounded on the piano until the teacher had to close it. At rest time, the monster laughed and talked and poked the children and even pulled their hair. "Come here," said the teacher, who was very angry. "You are a real monster. Monsters are not allowed to school. Go away and never come back," said the teacher. The monster burst into tears. Everyone was astonished. "I'm sorry," cried the monster. "I've never been to school before. I don't know. It was against the rules to shout and run and push or grab and throw things. Please don't tell me I can't come back. I will try to learn if all of you will help me," said the monster. The teacher asked the children what they thought. The children decided to make a list of rules. They would let the monster stay if it followed the rules. The monster worked hard to learn how to behave, and soon it knew all the rules, just the way all the children did. The end.